Azazel Aaron here. So what are we up to today? We're going to go to Munoz Markets, which is a wet market, and then we're going to head across to amalgamation of 4 shopping centres, primarily being SM North Edsa. Now what's interesting about that is I'm a foreigner here, and out of the 5,000 people that will probably be around me during this small journey, but interesting journey, I'll probably be the only foreigner and they'll all be locals. So what's interesting about this is probably more so to other foreigners or to outside people rather than locals. They're looking in and seeing the lifestyle of this most amazing place. It's such an interesting country. It's so mysterious, there's so many legends and myths, there's such an amalgamation of different cultures, religions, beliefs, understandings. It's the most geographically diverse country in the world. You've got volcanoes at one end, you've got deep sea troughs, you've got lakes, you've got huge mountains, you've got flatlands, wetlands, tropic lands. I've even been in places where there's quicksands, around the area where they filmed Apocalypse Now. I did quite a bit of taping there as a foreign talent in some shows a few years back. And it's quite amazing to think of the types of films that have been here, the diversity of the land, and the interest that it holds for people. It certainly holds my interest, that's why I'm here. Okay, so let's get on with it. Huh? Well, I live in a modest abode here, just an apartment, reasonable size considering there's the 2 or sometimes 3 that's here, with my 2 beautiful pets, a Thailand Kora and an Italian Greyhound, both of them 13 years old and they're like my boys. Now we're only about 5 minutes away from the shopping centre, so it won't take us long to get there. Well, that's by motorbike anyway, maybe about 15 minutes walking time. The first place is an amazing wet market which is full of street stalls, interesting foods. You can buy just about any type of fruit and vegetable and meat there, as well as all sorts of trinkets and toys and DVDs and just about anything else you can imagine. So that's where we'll be off to initially anyway, by motorbike of course. And we'll be taking the Super Uzi, as they call it, a 250 Italjet. A motorbike initially designed in Italy and now made in China and here in the Philippines under a Philippine brand and company. Now it's been highly worked of course, because most people around here are driving like a postman step through or something, 110, 150cc. So this is what we actually call a big bike. And of course I've made it go extremely fast by doing some nice alterations and upgrade to it. The latest being a CDI ignition, which is advances ignition and takes the rev limiter away and turns the thing from revving from 8,000 to 12,000 k's, which is very nice. So, time to get on. Right, so I guess it's time to take you for a ride, so they say. We can complain about this. We are coming up to a junction now. Time to sign out, time to get on to Munoz Market. First off, it's the usual Manila traffic jam. No problem, we can sort that out. Bike after bike after bike, but who's got the fastest bike? That's what matters, you know? Well, not me in this case. Alright, so we're almost there, so we'll sign out for a bit and get on and see what the market's like. So here we are at Munoz Market. Wow, it's really busy, I've got to admit. I know Mara's on her way back here, home from work. She's probably around the place somewhere. We'll get on to the bits and pieces in a minute. Oh, look over there, some fresh pineapple, how beautiful. Oh look, there she is, I can see her in the distance. Now these are the Filipino jeepneys, very famous. Unusual it doesn't have anything painted on the side. Plenty of clothes here. Plenty of bits and pieces. Wow, wind. Very nice. Actually it's quite hard to get a park here. So here I am parked in front of the something or other shop, not quite sure. Mara, how are you? You want to lift home before I extend the rest of my Munoz adventure? Okay, time to go. Traffic. Back in a minute. So when is it not busy? I'm not even going to take my helmet off for this. What have we got here? Oh, some Shomai to start with, t-shirts. Plenty of action going on here. Plenty of bikes, that sort of thing. We've got a bakery here. Alright. Trike, jeepney, Way, shawarma. Oh, 2 for 1. Buy 1, take 1. This says muscle up. Talaga. Even going to keep my German helmet on. Why not? I mean, I like Nazi Germany in the middle of the Philippines. Seems alright to me. Okay, now back to our minute burgers. People love gambling here. Authorised agent, flower place. Now, the dry market is usually the things that aren't food, but we have plenty of food here. Plenty of seaside food, that type of thing. Transfers, stickers, patches. Whoops. Oh, there's the jeepney station over there. Look how many people waiting to get home. It's only 10 peso, which is about, I don't know, 30 cents or something like that. Plenty of people waiting. Plenty of food here. Lots of, oh, look here. Now, people like mango. This is raw mango. It's what they say the pregnant woman eats and that sort of thing. There's lots of it here with a very spicy flavour on top. Alright, so how much are you paying for your caps back in Australia or that sort of thing? Let me give you an indication. These are $3 each, brand new. Very nice caps, very nice things going through. Sunglasses, you're probably looking at about $2.50 or something like that. Okay, they're not original, but who cares for that price? Now they say that mangoes in the Philippines are the best in the world. Look at that selection there. They're probably about 50 cents each or something of that nature. Alright, let's go on here. Now this is what you call people just waiting for the bus. The bus can be only 10 pesos, 30 cents each to about $1 to be able to go half an hour away from home. So no wonder it's popular. And here we have a United Pharmacy Chemist. They have all the generic sort of things. Probably buy a lot of medicines at about 1/10 the usual price. Not bad really, hey. Now one of my favourites, buko pandang, fresh buko juice. Everybody loves that, right? And some rice cakes, that sort of thing. So it's just so incredibly cheap to believe it. I'm going to get some right now. Buko pie. This is actually one of my favourite foods in the Philippines. Absolutely fantastic. Look at the size of that. Absolutely beautiful. 50 cents Australian. Done? No problem. Fantastic. So you know we're at Munoz Markets now. What we're going to do is have a look at one of the overpasses here to really see how much traffic there is. Really see how I was saying before, the only time around. First as we can see, lots of kids' clothes, that sort of thing. And you can see the overpass here. So we're going to go up there and see what the traffic looks like. Right, so basically they say here, if you look around this intersection, there's around about between 5 and 10,000 people around you at any present time. So let's have a little bit look at the traffic and see what's going on. See people down there? I'm not sure what they're collecting. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lanes just going this direction. Here we see it's like a railway system that's been here since the Marcos era. Going around the side, you can see there's 5 lanes each way. So they were looking at about 10 lanes for one main road, which is SN North. It's a road. We're going to go to SN North soon. So it's pretty amazing if you think about it. That's quite a bit of traffic. Let's have a look in the other direction. Not much different really. And you can see here, this is called the LRT, the railway system, the light rail train system. A little bit more on that later. And this is back to where we came from before. Now it just looks like a little shopping centre. We haven't even got to the main part going down here, and we'll do that another time. It's pretty interesting anyway. A little bit of a side stall. You can see here that most of the food here is delivered by motorcycle, which is why you can see so many motorcycles parked on the side here. We're just going down to the last little bit of Munoz before we return and go through to SN North Exit Shopping Centre. Okay, sunglasses, shoes, maybe you want some Chinese gear or something of that nature. You never know. More shoes, music, food. Now we're still going through the dry marketplace, going towards the wet market. And because we're going towards the wet market, that's why you can see there's a lot of fruit and that sort of thing coming through at this particular stage. Look at the size of that. 25 peso, you're looking at about 60 cents for lemon. Actually, that's expensive for lemon when you think about it. Dry market still. There we go. Alright, buko juice, 7 peso, 10 cents, 20 cents, something like that for a drink. Fresh flowers, okay. Going through to a market section now. Now we're going up towards the wet market, which will conclude our time here at Munoz. The wet market is absolutely huge. It's a bit smelly because there's so much delicious fish there, but that's just the way it is. Now, firstly let's look at our bootleg movies. Any possible new release movie you can imagine at the time. No problem. If you don't want to download it, you just buy it here for 10 peso or so. So plenty of action going on down through here. Going across here to the wet market section, as you can see here. I won't go inside at the moment because it's so incredibly busy and I've already bought my ingredients. But you can see outside here, plenty of vegetables, every possible thing you could ever imagine. Market after market after market. And actually we haven't even gone inside yet. So you can imagine inside here is a wet market. In through these doors. So here you go, your vegetables are outside, all your meats are inside, everything you possibly need. I think I'll just finish up with some saging, which is banana. Nice here. Plenty of people, well this is just a local market really. And even then, you'd have to say it's fairly busy. Seen any other foreigners? No. Nobody, just me. So there you go. That's why it makes it seem interesting to me. Much more interesting than it seems to anybody else, I must say. Alright, signing out and let's go across the SM North Headside. Back. Kind of busy, yeah. You know what I'm thinking? Maybe we'll break this video up into two. Because Munoz itself is just an amazing place on its own. Mysterious, interesting, varied. Every different type of thing you can possibly imagine. So what we're going to do is just do Munoz only. I mean, it's in Tagalog right now. And then next time we'll do SM North. Why not? Breaks it up so you're not having to watch too long. And then you can just click on the next video for SM North next time anyway. How about it? Sounds good to me. Alright? Okay. Let's go through our last bit on the way back to the boat. Alright, so maybe it was just an excuse and I'm just a bit lazy to go to SM now. But maybe later. Maybe I'm just hungry for some of that barbecue. Or some of these mangoes or something. Pretty busy around here, I'll admit. Alright. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to sign off here for Munoz. Because such an amazing place on its own. It deserves its own video. And then next time around we're going to do SM North. Okay, so Gohi, Zazel, signing out. See you next time.